What's happening, people? If I can give you one piece of advice, it's to watch this video the whole way through, because I'm about to show you exactly how to change your mindset and how to turn your barbering business into an online money printing machine. We're going to be talking about profile optimization, the exact monetization methods I use, and how to become an authority as a barber so people see you as the person to go to. This is how I got people to travel halfway across the country just to sit in my chair, as well as manage to turn over 10K a month online. So, just to get a better understanding of what we're actually going to do in this video, it's very blank right now, you will see it better, but I split it up into 3 phases. So phase 1 is all about profile optimization. We need to realize that our profile is our digital storefront, so as soon as they come into your profile, they need to know exactly what it is you do. And then secondly, in phase 2, we go over content style so that you can actually push your brand in any direction that you want it to be, whether that's through viral content or authority content. And then finally, in phase 3, we go over monetization methods so that you can figure out which monetization method is best for you. So with that being said, let's jump straight into the video. All right, so here you are. You can see now that this is a little bit more filled out, so you can actually start talking about the different areas of the phases so that you can start implementing these right away. So make sure to get a note and a pen and start taking notes so that you can implement this straight away. So with that being said, let's head on in to phase 1. Okay, cool. So phase 1, all about profile optimization. We need to make sure that our profile is optimized properly so that potential clients can come on there and know exactly what it is you do. So that starts off with our bio. So let's look at mine, for example. My bio is helping barbers build a profitable personal brand by making professional content. If you want to book an appointment, hit that arrow down below. And if you want to find out more information about my one-on-one mentorship, simply DM me TBH to scale. So that's as simple. If you break it down, it tells people what I do, how they're going to do it. It directs them in 2 different ways. So we have a CTA, so it directs them in which direction and we want them to go. We need to make sure that people come on there and they know exactly what they want to do. Cool. Secondly, let's talk about pinned posts. Pinned posts are essential because it tells people what we want them to do. They can come on there and they can find out exactly what it is we do. We have social proof and we tell them a little bit about my story. So let's go into it. So on our first page, when we first get in there, we don't want this on our real page. We want to have an access point where it tells them about our story so they can get an understanding of who we are, how we got to the position that we're in right now, and some of the struggles that we had across the way. And then secondly, we want to make sure that we have some social proof. This is absolutely key because if we don't have social proof, people won't believe that you can actually get them the results that you say you can. So social proof is a major factor in selling what we want to do. And then finally, we need to have a VSL, a video sales letter. So a video sales letter is basically you promoting what it is you do so that people can come look at your video, whether that's you selling a high ticket offer, whether that's you doing barbering education, whether that's you selling your ebook. You need to have your video sales letter telling them exactly what it is you do so that they can click on that and go, okay, I'm looking to get a mentor, this is where I want to be. Okay, I'm looking for that quick fix ebook, this is what it is. Or I'm looking to improve my hair cutting skills. They need to know exactly what it is you want to do. And then for my second part of the pin post, which is on my Reels section of my profile, I like to show my highest viewed videos just because it shows that I can actually get those views in and I can pull them in. I know what I'm doing. This is because my mentorship program is all about helping barbers create professional content, okay? So as you can see here, I know what I'm doing, 3 million views here, 2.3 million views here, and 4.7. So that is just a little bit of how you're going to set up your pinned post. So let's go over that again. We need to have one of our pinned posts on the first page comment. We need to have one, which is my story. Second, we need a bit of social proof. And then finally, we need a VSL so people know exactly what it is you do. Cool. Moving back to our bio. Let's head over here. I've set up a document here which runs through exactly how to do profile optimization. So let's have a little look at that. So profile optimization. Number 1, your social media profile is your digital storefront of your brand. You need to make sure that this is optimized properly. It's aesthetic because it's the first thing people see, okay? It's crucial we get this right as it's the first touch point for potential clients and followers. It also serves as a step in the customer journey to redirect traffic to relevant places to keep people inside your ecosystem. I will go over what the ecosystem is in a further video and I'll break it down, the strategies that I use to keep people all in my ecosystem so that your content actually works for you. Cool. So the basics is what really important. Get verified, be a human, not a logo. You need to fill the grid, so minimum of 7 posts. And finally, no AI profile photos. So number 1, why are we going to get verified? Getting verified makes you seem more authority. Just having that blue tick, it sets you apart, it puts you at the top of the searches, and it just adds that authority figure. Anyone who sees that blue tick instantly thinks, oh shit, blue tick. We want to make sure that we're being a human, not a logo. People don't want to buy into just logos. They want to see who you are. They want to see, put a face to the name, and they want to know exactly who they're buying into. So make sure that our profile picture is a nice, clean photo. And we want to make sure that we have 7 posts. This is because we don't want people to come onto your profile and you have no posts. They don't know what you're posting. How are they going to know what you do if you have no posts? So we need to make sure that we actually are filling the grid, but keeping it aesthetic as possible and on brand voice. And then finally, we don't want no AI profile photos. That just looks tacky, okay? We want to make sure that you have a nice, clean photo. It can either be a headshot or you in action. Just make sure that it's clean. Let's move on to our display name. We need to make sure that it's optimized and easy to remember. So it should be your name and your niche. Let me give you a few examples. So for me, Tim Brace, scaling barbers. Cristiano Ronaldo, footballer. Iman Gadzi, sales expert. You get the gist. You want your name and what you do. Make it simple and easy to remember. We need to think about what people might search on Instagram, and we need to use that. So, for example, the bio. The classic earn an extra 20k a month with me bio has been overdone. This is where you'll be lost on the other beginner coaches. Your bio needs to be an elevator pitch in just a few lines. It should resonate with your audience and create a curiosity gap. Your bio should also be structured in the following order. Number 1, we need to have a unique expertise statement, e.g. what you do. On the number line, on the second line, it should have your mini offer summary. On the third line, a bit of social proof. On the fourth line, CTA. And then finally, we want to make sure that you have a link to your YouTube. This is key because we need to redirect people to your YouTube or either to your booking link to get them into our system. So let me just give you a little breakdown on how to make every line count. So for the first line, who you are and what you offer. This line should instantly let people know your area of expertise and the value they can expect. You want to make sure that you make yourself sound unique within your market and speak to your niche at the same time. So you want to make sure that you're creative, stand out, and here's a few examples for yourself. So what you could do is for your location. So for example, I'm from London. You can put London so that anytime someone types in London barber, you're within that searchability. And then secondly, I like to put helping barbers master precision and style. This tells people exactly what I do. I help barbers educate themselves on mastering precision and style through my education platform. Or you can say helping barbers build a profitable personal brand, or building $1 million barbers. It tells people exactly what I want them to do. It's unique. You got to make your speech about your brand's voice, and you got to make it catching, okay? Second line, social proof. This is really key. So we can either say currently scaling X, currently scaling 50 barbers to 100k a month, or generating 1 million views a month. So another great way of doing this is by saying helping X do Y. So helping barbers build a profitable personal brand through professional content. All right, it tells them how I'm helping them and how we're going to do it. It tells them what I'm helping them with and how we're going to do it. So it could either be helping barbers scale their online business by utilizing a content ecosystem, okay? Or it can be helping barbers master the art of cutting hair by simplified techniques that you can take away every day. Something along those sort of lines. Just make it, tell them exactly how you're going to help them and how you're going to do it, okay? Or we can sit here and have client results. This could be over 1,000 success stories or over 7 million views generated. Okay, we just want to have a little bit of social proof here and show people that what we're teaching them, we can actually do. All right, so now we're moving into our third line, our call to action. This is really, really important because we need to direct people to the next step that we want them to take. So whether that's checking out your link, signing up for your newsletter, or DMing a keyword, make it clear. We need to make sure that we are telling people exactly where we want them to go, otherwise they won't do that. That needs to be in specific in every single piece of your content. No one's going to do anything if you don't tell them to do it, okay? You need to tell them exactly what you want them to do. So for example, DM me a word for, DM me book to book an appointment, DM me scale to scale your business, or DM me now to work with me. Or we can do it as click this link for, click here to book an appointment, click here for a free content structure plan, or click here for my free X. Click here for my free personal branding guide. And then fourth line, we want to add a link. This link should bridge to your YouTube, email, or booking page. Ensure the link is clickable and updated frequently with relevant call to actions. For example, you could say, I'm a full-time transformation coach for barbers, scaling barbers to 20k a month, DM me coach for more info, check out my YouTube videos here. Or we could say, founder of the TBH way, over 100 million views generated, sign your first 3 to 5 high ticket clients in 90 days, DM me grow if you're ready to scale. So out of those, which one seems more unique to me? For me, it's the founder of the TBH way, over 100 million views generated, sign your first 3 to 5 high ticket clients in 90 days, DM me grow if you're ready to scale. It's tailored to me with the TBH way. It shows a bit of social proof with 100 million views generated. It tells them exactly what they can expect, so they can expect to sign their first 3 to 5 high ticket clients in 90 days. And it tells them exactly what they need to do. DM me grow if you're ready to scale. Your profile picture. Your profile picture is essential for building an immediate connection. This image should represent you and be easy to recognize even when small. Consistency across platforms, like I was saying earlier. Use the same image across all platforms and make your brand easily recognizable. You want to make sure that we're showing our face. Use a high quality, well lit photo when you're looking directly at the camera. This builds a stronger connection. And finally, maintain brand colors if possible. Incorporate brand colors subtly in the background or your clothing to reinforce your brand identity. Keep it as natural as possible. We don't want to make anything look too fake. No AI generated photos. Okay, cool. So we've just gone through how to optimize your profile properly. Let's go through and talk about content styles next. Okay, right. Now we're moving into phase 2. With content styles, you can go down either one or two routes. At first, you can go down the virality route, which is going to drive a lot of traffic to your page. And then secondly, we have the authority videos, which encourages leads. So let's talk a little bit about our viral content first and what purpose it holds when creating our content. These are a couple more videos that I've created. We had 1 million views here, 6.9 million views, and 1.1 million views. So I've generated a few views, as you can see. But what is our purpose of our viral content? It drives traffic. We want to have content that drives as many viewers to our page, because any traffic is good traffic, whether it's cold leads, warm leads. People seeing your page is good, in my opinion. How are we actually going to structure our viral content? This can be done in one of two videos. So if we head up here, we have our consultation video. This is a great video because it builds connection between you and your client. This is a great video because it builds connection between you and your client. I've said this multiple times in previous videos and I will continue to say it because I want it to be iterated. I want you to understand it. So let's talk a little bit on how to actually structure our consultation videos. So step 1, we need to show the connection between you and your client. We need to highlight the problem areas that we are fixing. Also explain how you are going to fix them. Why are we doing this? Because we want to show potential clients that we listen to the problems that our clients are facing. We know exactly the actions we're going to take to fix them. And then we can also give them a tailored response on what they should be having. At the end of the day, you are the professional, so show that. Step 2, show the process on how you're fixing their problems and also highlight your skills throughout. So step 2, we want to have a small period of showing our processes, especially focusing on the problem areas which they mentioned, so that the people who are watching your videos can really see that you are actually fixing the problems. All right, people need to have a visual representation of you fixing the problems that they come to you. And then finally, we need to showcase the final results, and we need to make sure that we show their reaction. Why? Because we need to show that they are genuinely happy with the haircut that they have received, and we need to show that you are listening to them and this is the best haircut they had. And the reason this is so important, because again, when people are watching, they want to see the connection they have between you and the client. They want to get an understanding of what they can expect when they're sitting in your chair, and finally they want to make sure that you actually give people what they want. And once you listen to all of these 3 steps, you have a perfectly crafted consultation video which will drive countless number of clients into your chair. Just trust me, it is the biggest way to build traffic to your page and get clients in your door is by using process videos and consultation videos. With process videos being mentioned, let's talk about how we can structure them. Our process videos are ever so slightly different to our consultation videos. Let's explain how we're going to do them. Step 1, we need to implement a visual hook within the first 5 seconds of your video. You need to grab their attention immediately. So how do we do a visual hook? Firstly, a visual hook is the same as a hook what you'd see online. Instead, it's just visual. Rather than going, Barbers, it's not hard to scale to 10k a month as a barber. Instead, we want to make sure that our visual hook can be done by either you walking to the station or performing the same action, just cutting it very frequently and making sure that it's short and snappy and using different zooms to make it as engaging as possible. Or, on the other hand, you could do it while you're taking sections. So at the start of your haircut, when you're taking your sections, just make sure to make it short and sharp within the first 3 seconds, have at least 6 to 10 clips so that people are locked in straight away. And then step 2, this is where you want to showcase your skills and technique, but be sure to keep the video engaging. So what does that mean? Showcase that you take your clean sections. Showcase that you're a highly skilled barber. showcase that you know how to use clip work properly, you know face shape. This is where you really want to highlight your expertise, but we want to keep it engaging. We don't want to sit there and watch a 3-minute long video because people will not watch that. Making sure that we have our visual hook and then throughout the video we keep it engaging because we want to keep our watch time up as much as possible. So we want to make sure that again we're keeping it short and snappy. We want to keep our videos concise, consistent, and music synchronization. And then finally, step 3, this is where you want to tie the whole video together by showing the final result. Make sure the final shots are properly framed. So we want to make sure that we're taking 2 or 3 clips, whether that be from the right side, left side, back, front, a minimum of 2 or 3 clips to really tie in your whole video together. You want to show that you have the final product, make it in time with the music, so if your beat drops and that's when the chorus kicks in, keep it in time with that. We want to keep music synchronization because that is satisfying for the viewer. Let's run through how to structure our process video again. Step 1, implement our visual hook. Step 2, showcase your skills and technique. And then step 3, tie the whole thing together by having showcase shots of the final result. The hairstyle, the hair looking the best, the client just being happy, show their emotions, and that is how you do your process videos and consultation videos. Now we've covered our viral content and what they do. They drive traffic, get our followers up, they drive traffic to the page. Now we understand that, let's talk a little bit about authority content and the benefits that authority content have. So, what benefits do authority content have? They engage leads. This is where you show yourself as an authority so that people who are interested in buying from you and learning from you, they will want to come and watch your authority content, and that's how you generate leads. Granted, they're not going to produce as much viral volume as your viral videos, but the actual connections you get from your authority content are way more warm and really invested in you. Why do we make authority content? What we need to do is we need to aim to avoid generating a large volume of uninterested leads. Instead, our goal is to cultivate a genuine audience that supports and trusts our message and is genuinely interested in purchasing from us. Okay? This is key to achieve this by establishing ourselves as an authority figure. It's essential to have confidence in what we're promoting. Honesty is vital in this process and you should never misinterpret the truth. With our authority content, we are not looking to generate a large volume of uninterested leads. Instead, we want to generate a smaller volume of people who are actually genuinely interested. To put it in perspective, would you rather have 1,000 clients who are really invested in buying from you, or have 100,000 clients who really couldn't give a shit and they just find your content satisfying? We need to position ourselves to get into that pool of having 1,000 clients who are your die-hard fans, who will buy anything from you, okay? How can we do this? This can be achieved in several different ways. So, number 1 could be personal journeys. Share your journeys and lessons. So, people want to connect with you and see how you actually got to the position that you're in. They want to see that it's achievable so that they can do it themselves. Okay, they don't want to watch anyone where they think, I can't do this. They need to see the actual steps that they can take to actually make this happen. Secondly, we can build in public. This is where we want to set clear goals. So, for example, how I'm building a 20k a month mentorship. Have the balls to say, this is what I'm going to do and this is how I'm going to do it. Show people the process of you building it, okay? And then finally, like we mentioned before, social proof. This is our biggest selling factor. Show client wins and proof that your system works. People will not buy from you if they don't trust that your system actually works. So share your wins, and even if you haven't got client testimonials, share your process because you've done it. That is your biggest selling factor. Share how you've done it. But ultimately, when you have clients who have social proof, that is going to skyrocket your sales and your positioning yourself as authority. What this achieves, this approach greatly improves the chances of generating warm leads from this type of content. Although growth might be slower, the support and connections formed will be much stronger. This is essential when we aim to sell a digital product. So, with that being said, let's talk about monetization methods. Now we're diving in to phase 3, our monetization methods. And this is where we talk about digital products. This is how we're going to monetize our following. So whether you're someone that has no following, whether you're someone that has 100k, or whether you're someone that is just starting out, this is how we're going to start earning money through our social media. The misconception of people thinking that you need to generate millions of views to generate any sort of money online is just purely wrong. And I'm about to show you how. So what digital products do we actually have? There's so many to choose from. We have a high ticket offer, we have a mini course, or we have an ebook. And I'm going to break it down as to which one works for you. My course is currently a high ticket offer. As you can see, this week we had someone join on board and generating 2,400 in a single day. So as you can see, this system works. How does this approach work? This approach is particularly effective when you have a small following. It allows you to generate a solid income without depending on high volume sales. However, it's essential to ensure that your packaging is on point and that your course you offer delivers proven results. Okay, we need to make sure that it's social proof, people buy into you, and the course actually works. Now, let's move on to the lower spectrum. We've covered the higher spectrum, let's move on to the lower spectrum, an ebook. This approach is highly effective if you have hundreds and thousands of followers, allowing you to leverage your reach and drive more sales. However, you need to present this at a significantly lower price since it requires minimal involvement your end. So, with an ebook, you're not going to be charging more than 10, 15, 20 pounds for this. And this is great for if you have loads of followers and you just want to have that little secondary income and just drive that through your reach. But ultimately, you have to sell a lot more at 10, 15 pounds to earn 2,400 rather than selling a one-off high ticket offer. Now we've covered the high end, the low end, let's talk about the middle. So this is where we talk about mini courses. This approach serves effective as a pre-sale for your high ticket offer, allowing you to extract elements and bundle them into a mini course. We need to price this mini course higher than an ebook but significantly lower than a high ticket offer, as again you will have maintained a hands-off approach. So what sort of price are we going to price this mini course at? You can price this mini course at anywhere from 50 to 100 pounds, or if it's really detailed, 200 pounds, okay? So this is great as a pre-sale so that people can get a slight little taster of what it is you offer in your high ticket offer. How would you craft a mini course? What you would do is you would take one of your 9 modules here out of your high ticket mentorship program and extrapolate that and take that out and put it into a small mini course. So for me, I could take out the final blend. And this is where I'm going to teach students exactly my editing process so that they can edit videos properly. Or I can take out clicks to clients. And this is exactly how we're going to get at the information so we can turn our views into clients, okay? But we want to make sure that this is priced significantly lower and using this as a pre-sale into our main high ticket offer. So now we've covered our monetization methods. Which one should you choose? This is a big question. Everyone asks, how can I monetize? And everyone assumes that you need to have millions of followers and millions of views. That is just not the case. So I'm about to show you the best way under here and how you can do it. So you ready? The best way to do it is high ticket offer. The reason being is because you don't need to rely on mass sales. As long as your packaging is good and your branding is on point and your course delivers proven results, you can sell it. This is why it's so important to position yourself as an authority. You need to position yourself as a person that they trust and they will buy from you, okay? If we're not positioning ourselves as an authority, we're not going to sell our high ticket offer. But you don't need to continuously be posting viral content to be selling our high ticket offer. And this is why it's so good. Rather than sitting here and hoping that we're going to have a viral video which is going to sell our £10 ebook, we might generate £1,000. That is great for if you have millions of followers and you just want that little quick fix income. Our mini course is also good, but again, you need to sell a lot more. If you're selling that at £100, you need to sell 24 of them to make that. If you sell one of those a day, you need to sell 24 of those a day, okay? And the thing that people love about this high ticket offer is they want to work one-on-one with you. You need to really hone in on that one-on-one aspect, and that is your biggest selling point. People don't want to have diluted information. People want to work one-on-one, and this is why you need to position yourself as an authority, because that is going to be your biggest selling factor. So you've just seen my processes and how I'm actually generating £2,400 a day as a barber without cutting hair. And if you were following along correctly and taking your notes, you could start implementing it and start generating those sort of numbers for yourself. However, it's going to take you a long time. If you want to stop that guesswork and work one-on-one with me so you have that guidance to get you to that point, then get yourself booked in for a call where we can come up for a strategy of your own. Or equally, just make sure to continue to watch this YouTube channel because I'm going to be dropping so many free gems that you don't want to miss it. But I guess my next question is, are you going to take that next step?